Hello, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe for more updates, as we keep you updated with your favorite celebrities. In a deeply emotional and historic moment for the global Catholic Church and the wider world, His Holiness Pope Francis I has passed away at the age of 88. The Vatican confirmed that the Pontiff died peacefully in the Apostolic Palace in the early hours of Easter Monday, April 21, 2025, following a brief hospitalization due to complications related to his long-standing health conditions. The timing of his death, on Easter Monday, the sacred day that follows the celebration of Christ's resurrection, has only deepened the emotional resonance for billions of faithful around the world. As news of his passing spread, millions gathered in churches, plazas, and cathedrals, lighting candles, praying rosaries, and weeping in sorrow for the man who had become a moral compass, a global voice for peace, and a tireless champion of the marginalized. Born Jorge Mario Bergoglio in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Pope Francis made history in 2013 when he became the first Jesuit pope, the first from the Americas, and the first non-European pontiff in more than 1,200 years. His papacy would go on to redefine the modern image of the papal office, marked by humility, reform, and compassion. From the outset, Francis chose to eschew papal luxuries. He declined the Apostolic Palace for a modest room in the Casa Santa Marta. He washed the feet of prisoners, embraced the disfigured, comforted the poor, and reminded the world through words and action that the Church is a field hospital after battle. His reign was characterized by efforts to bring the Catholic Church closer to the people, calling for a poor church for the poor, advocating for climate justice through his groundbreaking encyclical Laudato Si, and opening pastoral doors to those once alienated, including LGBTQ+ Catholics, divorcees, and the disenfranchised. Pope Francis was not only a spiritual leader but a global statesman. He brokered a historic thaw in relations between the United States and Cuba, was a staunch opponent of war and nuclear arms, and made unprecedented interfaith efforts with leaders of Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, and other faith traditions. He traveled tirelessly, visiting over 50 countries during his papacy. His visits to war-torn nations, refugee camps, and the heartlands of persecution became powerful symbols of unity and hope. His voice echoed at the United Nations and in the halls of political power, always carrying the message of peace, mercy, and social justice. As the Vatican bells tolled 88 times, symbolizing each year of his life, tributes poured in from leaders of faith, heads of state, and ordinary people who had been touched by the Pope's compassion. U.S. President issued a statement calling Francis a moral lighthouse in a turbulent world, while the United Nations flew its flag at half-mast. Patriarchs, imams, rabbis, and spiritual leaders from across religious divides hailed him as a bridge builder and a tireless advocate for humanity's better angels. In Buenos Aires, thousands gathered outside the cathedral where he once served as archbishop. In Rome, St. Peter's Square filled almost immediately, with mourners holding up banners reading, Grazie Papa Francesco, and You showed us Christ's love. While his papacy was not without challenges, grappling with internal church resistance, the ongoing clergy abuse crisis, and global political polarization, Pope Francis met each challenge with prayerful discernment, pastoral care, and an unwavering dedication to transparency and reform. He convened synods that empowered laypeople, especially women, and worked to decentralize church authority. He continued Benedict XVI's and John Paul II's efforts in addressing abuse scandals, offering firm apologies and implementing tougher safeguards. His final years saw a gradual decline in health, yet he remained deeply committed to his mission, often appearing in public in a wheelchair but never without a smile or a message of hope. Pope Francis leaves behind a legacy of radical love, ecclesial reform, and moral courage. His impact will be felt for generations, not only in the Church but in the global conscience. His simplicity, his embrace of humanity in all its complexity, and his fearless voice for justice reawakened the gospel for the modern world. As cardinals now prepare for a conclave to elect his successor, the Church he leaves is both grieving and transformed, more open, more human, and more connected to the heart of Christ's message. Thanks for watching and see you guys on the next video.